Picture this. A man strolls into a maximum security prison dressed in regular clothing. To the casual observer, he appears calm, composed, and unremarkable. But beneath the surface, he is anything but ordinary. This man is James Carter, a highly trained Delta Force commander, one of the world's elite soldiers. He is visiting the prison for personal reasons, but what unfolds next will take you by surprise. The guards, blinded by their prejudices, see only the color of his skin, unaware of who he truly is. This leads to a grave mistake that they will regret for the rest of their lives. Join me on this unbelievable journey of injustice, arrogance, and a lesson the guards will never forget. James approaches the front desk of the prison to visit an old friend, a man he once served with in the military. Unfortunately, his friend made poor choices after leaving the army and ended up incarcerated. James still believes in him and wants to see if there's anything he can do to help. As soon as James enters, the guards eye him with suspicion. He is a well-built black man who walks with confidence, but instead of treating him with respect, they assume he must be just another visitor with a criminal background. A burly guard with a thick mustache narrows his eyes and questions James, "What are you doing here?" James maintains his composure, replying, "I'm here to visit an inmate named David Reynolds." The guard scoffs, demanding ID. James hands over his military ID, clearly stating his rank and service history. The guard glances at it dismissively before tossing it back at him. "We don't care about that here. Step aside for a security check." Nodding, James abides by the standard security procedures. However, what happens next veers far from the norm. As he raises his hands, another guard steps forward with a baton, ordering him to spread his legs. As he complies, the guard violently shoves him against the wall, while another guard twists his wrist forcefully behind his back. "What is this about?" James asks calmly. "You think you can walk in here and act like you own the place?" one guard sneers. "We don't take kindly to your type." James clenches his jaw, fully aware of their meaning. They see his skin, not his achievements. They perceive a stereotype, not a soldier. Another guard slams his baton into James's ribs. The pain shoots through his side, but he remains unfazed. Years of military training have instilled in him the ability to endure pain. However, he realizes this is more than a show of power. It's a test. They want to see him break. For a few moments, he stays silent, knowing he could bring them all down with ease, yet he understands that responding with violence would worsen the situation. Instead, he takes a deep breath and calmly speaks. "Do you know who I am?" The guards laugh. "Yeah, just another punk trying to act tough." Shaking his head, James replies, "I am James Carter, Delta Force commander. I have spent years training in combat and served in the most dangerous places on Earth. Right now, I'm giving you a choice. Release me or make the biggest mistake of your life." Silence fills the room. The guards exchange nervous glances, and one of them looks again at James's ID, his face draining of color as he realizes the truth. "Wait, this says Delta Force," he mumbles. The senior guard steps back, suddenly unsure. He sees not just a black man, but a formidable warrior who could overpower them all effortlessly. The guards quickly release James, stepping back as if they've encountered fire. Their earlier arrogance transforms into fear. "We didn't know," one of them stammers. Straightening his jacket, James replies, "That's the problem. You assumed instead of knowing." The warden arrives after being alerted to the incident, and upon hearing what transpired, his face flushes with anger. "You assaulted one of our country's finest soldiers," he yells at the guards. "Do you have any idea what you've done?" The guards stand frozen, heads bowed in shame. James sighs. "I don't want an apology, but let this be a lesson. Never judge a man by his skin. Judge him by his actions." With that, he walks away, leaving the guards to grapple with their regret. They will never forget the day they disrespected a Delta Force commander and learned that arrogance and prejudice lead only to downfall. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the dangers of assumptions. The guards thought they knew who James Carter was simply based on his appearance. They allowed their prejudices to dictate their actions, leading to dire consequences. James could have easily retaliated but chose wisdom over violence, which embodies the true essence of a warrior: strength, discipline, integrity, and honor. What are your thoughts on this story? Share your views in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more impactful stories. Until next time, stay strong and wise.